Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For my subscribers, thank you so much for being here with me throughout this journey that I'm absolutely passionate about. And for the newcomers, thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you'll like my patterns and you will subscribe, like, share, comment, ask any questions. I can't thank you enough, all of you, for your support and your kind words, all your comments, the people in the groups that I'm in, the 10 groups. Thank you so much, all of you. It's extremely important to me how you guys really care and enjoy my work. Okay, we are going to start again. This is the same tutorial as the one I did for the round table runner. Now, I am doing this tutorial again, repeatedly, two reasons. I am going to extend it a little bit bigger, so I will show you how you can do the same with your pattern if you're creating this one, how you can go a little bit bigger. Another thing is the other video that I did, this one, for some reason, it cut off the beginning of the stitches, the first row of the stitches. I don't know why. I did write on the description that you have to put 24 stitches in the middle of the magic ring. But I am going to do this tutorial. This is another order that I have that's going to the States. I am in Europe. And she wanted absolutely this color, which is gorgeously beautiful. This blue is like breathtaking. And I am going to mix this one where all the orange is here, the orange yellow, because I have one row of yellow and one row mixed orange and yellow. So I'm going to use the blue where the yellow is here on this row. And I'm going to use the mixed one. As you can see, it's got like a turquoise, that blue like this, and a little bit of yellow also, which is gorgeous. This is an off-white, this one here. I'm using white for the centerpiece. She wanted white, so I'm going to use that. And for my borders, the attachment of the 3D together, which is the final stage of the row, I'm going to use the lime green. So it's going to be very typical European, like mosaic sort of table runner, but it's a round one. She has a round table. So I am going to teach you how we are going to create to go a little bit bigger, starting from the center, and then the rest is pretty much the same, but I'm going to put the videos up from this one so you can continue on the stitches the same, and then I'll come back and film for the blue color. Okay, so we are going to get started. Thank you so much, everybody, again, for all your support. It means a lot to me. This is what helps us YouTubers, video makers, however you want to call it, grow our channels. So I can't stress enough to thank you. I really appreciate it very much. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Okay, so we're going to do our magic ring. I'm going to pull the yarn through, and we're going to do 24 stitches in here. This is what I missed on the other tutorial. For some reason, it got cut off. I don't know what happened. But anyway, you can see it through here for some of you that are going to go and do the smaller version, which is the yellow-orange rounded table runner. So we're going to do 24. So now that we've done 24 stitch, we are going to pull the middle string together so we can close up well the hole here. We are going to lock it in the third one here. Sometimes. Okay, everybody. So we did a 24. We've locked in the third one. We go up 3, 1, 2, and 3. We go exactly right into the next space, which you don't want to miss out, because sometimes we tend to miss out the next space. We're going to do groups of 2s. one separation. We're going to skip one, we're going to the next one. Two more, maybe one more next to it. One separation, skip one, go to the next one. And we keep doing these, and then the next one. We keep doing these little groups like that of 2. We're supposed to have 8 all the way around. We're going to lock it in on the 3rd place. So we get here to the end, we do one separation, and we're going to lock it in the 3rd one right up here. Of course, my stitch is always tight, you know, so I always have a hard time with it. I never learn to keep my stitch a little bit looser, especially at the end here. Goodness Lord. Okay, so we lock in. It doesn't matter if it stays like this, a little bit tight, as you can see. It doesn't look all normal. It don't matter because the next round is going to straighten it out. So no, don't worry about it. So 1, 2, 3 going up. We're going to do 2 on the same place here, like that. Do 2 in the same place, so we're going to have a total of 3. One separation, again, next space, 2 more. So we're going to do this all the way around. So we're going to have groups of 3s now. One separation, next space, and 2 more on the same place. As you can see. So it's group of 3s. Now it's going to straighten it out. So we finished doing our groups of 3s. As you can see, it's still a little bit all crumpled up. Not an issue. Next row is going to stretch out more. So now we go up 3. 1, 2, and 3. Next one, we're going to do 1 stitch. Next one, 2 stitch. So we're going to have groups of 4. 1 stitch, next one, the same thing. So we're going to repeat what we just did. We're going to add another one at the end. So it's 2 on the same place and 1 separation. If your stitch is overly tight, then put 2 separation. Okay, so we've locked in. So we've done our groups. I had to go back, and mine was getting overly too tightened because I have a very tight stitch. So I had to go back and redo and put 2 separations. So some of you might have to do the 2 separation like I said. I mean, it can curve a bit, but it cannot be like a hat though, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, you see as you go if you need to add a stitch or not. So we go up 3 again. We are going to do 2 on the same place. So it's going to be repeatedly the same thing. So we're going to have groups of 4 now. Okay, so 2 at the end. Now I'm gonna okay, 2 stitch or 1 for some of you that are too loose, then just do 1 stitch separation. It really doesn't make a difference on these stitch separation. It's just not to over tighten your pattern or have it too loose. So 2 at the end. So we're gonna have groups of 4 now. So we've locked in. We go up 1, 2, and 3. Next one. And we're going to do 1 more in the middle here. Okay, and then the last one there. So we're going to have now 5. Okay, so we're going to add in the middle the extra one. 1, 2 separation for some. And we're going to do the same thing, groups of 5. So 1, 2, in the middle 2, and 1. Okay, so we finished doing the row of 5. I'm going to get rid of the middle yarn here. That's getting me on my nerves, of course. We don't need it anymore, so Pull your yarn well tight so I can close up the hole pretty well. And go through the little loops there, like I showed. The little loops here. Pull your yarn through it. Like this, it's secure. It's not going to go anywhere once you wash it, or if you're giving it as a present or you're selling it, you know. When the person's going to wash it, it's not going to come apart, the stitches. So it's important to have it well sealed in. And once you go around it, then you can cut the yarn. You're okay. It's not going to go anywhere. Stretch it out a bit. Okay. It's all going to come together, and you see the back part is just perfect. There's no... Okay, so we're going to go up 3 again. 1, 2, 3. We are going to do another one on the same place. Now, for some of you, probably going to question, how come she has so much yarn there on her hands? Or maybe you haven't noticed. I'm going to tell you why in 1 second. Okay, so 2 at the end, 2 at the beginning, 2 at the end. Okay, so we went up 3. We did 1 more in the same place, so it's 2. And then 1 per each. So you have 2. This one was 5. So you're supposed to have 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. And we're going to do 1 separation. Try to cut down. And if we can't cut down, well, then we're going to keep doing the 2 separation. Probably going to do 2 more separation just to make sure that it doesn't head up too much. Then we'll cut down to 1. So it's 2 at the beginning on the same place, and then 1 per each. I don't have patterns to this. I create them as I go. So sometimes I have to undo and redo and undo and redo. And this is how it goes. And this is how you end up creating beautiful patterns. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So you're supposed to have 7. Okay, 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end. 2 separations still for me because I have a very tight stitch. We don't want it to curve up too much. We want it to have a flat center. Okay, so as you can see, I have 2 yarns here that I'm working with on the white. And this is a good trick for some of you, that sometimes you run out of your yarn. Like the local stores here, nobody has white anymore. And I live in an island, and so everything has to be imported in. And the stores have no more. I went to every store you can think of in this island, and there's no more white. So we're waiting for the shipment to come in to the island so we can have the white. But they did have it in a smaller number, which was number 6. On my yarn that I use is number 4, needle number 3. And they didn't have any more 4 white. So in order to have the same total of the thickness and the whiteness and so on with the yarn 4, since we don't have, I went and bought yarn 6, number 6. I'll show you here in a second. This is Portuguese yarn, 100% cotton. Joanina Ladybug, it's the brand, sorry, I'm always off camera. White, number 6. Okay, so what do? Is I add both together, and I get a number 4. I get a number 4 yarn, the same thickness as yarn 4. So just a little trick. Okay, so we're going to continue. So it's 7 stitch now, 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end. 2 separation or 1 separation if you have a very large stitch. Okay, you guys, since we are doing the 7th stitch there, counting from the 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 4 rows, counting from the 3. We're going to do exact same thing until the 8th row. So there's no point in me recording because it's the same thing. 2 at the beginning, 2 at the end, 1 or 2 separation depending upon your stitch. If it's too loose, do 1. If it's too tight, do 2. So we are going to go to the 8th. I'll meet you at the 8th row because it's repeatedly the same thing. We finished doing the 15th stitch, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th row. Now we're going to cut down stitches because now we need it to go this way. So we locked in, we go automatically to the next stitch and go up 3. So now we're going to be cutting the first stitch and the last stitch. We're cutting down. So this row will be 13 chain stitch on it because we are cutting down the stitches. So we're doing 1 per 1, and we're going to skip the last one also. Skip the beginning and skip the end. So you're supposed to have 13 stitches in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1 left. We do not go in it. 1 separation. We go directly in here and we're going to do 3 chain stitch. Just like that. 1 separation again. We're going to skip the first one. We go into the second one. And we're going to do this all the way through on this row the same way. So I'll meet you at the end. Skip the first and skip the last. Okay, just make sure you don't get a mistake. So we're going to skip the first one. We go to the second. And we also skip the last one here. 1 chain separation, 3. 1 chain separation, skip the first, or into the second. Okay, everybody, so we've reached the end. We're going to skip the first one. We're going to go into the next one. And we're going to keep cutting down 1 at the beginning and 1 at the end. Go up 3. Very easy to make, not complicated, and it's a beautiful table runner. You can place it anywhere around the house, and also you can make it as a rug by using a thicker yarn. Okay, so we're going to leave 1 out. We're going to make 1 stitch separation. We're going to go directly in here, and we're going to make 3 chain stitch. We're going to make 1 stitch separation, and we're going to the next one. And we're going to do 3 more. And it's going to be repeatedly this row the same way. 1 chain separation. We go into the skip one, we're going to the next one. So continue on yours, I'll continue on mine. We're going to lock it in over here. We're going to skip the first one and we're going to go to the second chain stitch. Okay, everybody, I'm going to give my one stitch separation. So one stitch separation, we lock it in, we go to the next one. Oops. Go up 3, next one. Okay, so this is going to be repeatedly as we did the previous row. Nothing is going to change until we reach only one chain stitch on this. So we're going to have little groups of 3s and blocks here. Always one chain separation, so we're going to keep adding these blocks all the way on each row. Here we're going to continue cutting in one at the beginning, one at the end. We're going to do the rows just the same as we're doing until we reach only one chain stitch at the end here, so we can unite the blocks together at the end. So there's no point in me keep repeating it because it's the same thing until we reach one stitch only. I'll meet you at the end of all the rows until one stitch. Okay, so we've reached the end with one. Like I said, we'd go until one and we attached. Now we go up 1, 2, and 3, and all this row is going to be, put one inside where the separation is on the blocks, and here, of course, and put one inside and one for each one. So this row is going to be full of chain stitches, one inside and one for each one. We're going to do this all the way around until we reach the end. We're going to lock it in on the third one here. So again, we ended up with one. We go up 3, we put one in the space, and then we do one per each, one in the space, and one over it, one in the space, and so on. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished doing all the stitches around. Now it's going to change up a bit. We'll go up one stitch on the same space. We're going to make a small stitch. So one, the next one right after, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 small stitches. So we give one stitch, we run the same one, so that's one small stitch already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once we do the 8, we do 29 chains. 1, just count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until 29. So now we've done 29 chains. We're going to lock it in the fourth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab only one little chain and lock it in. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip 2 spaces. We're going to go into the third one and repeat again the 8 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is what it's going to look like. Go up 29 again. So we're going to repeat this all the way around. 8 small stitch, 29 stitches, lock it in your 4th one, 3 stitch, skip 2, lock in on your 3rd. I'll meet you at the end. Okay everybody, so we've done all the stitches, the 8 small stitch, the 29 loops here, 29 stitch, locked it in on the 4th one, 3 stitch coming down and 2 separation, and locked in with small 8 again. Now we finished here. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 8 stitches overlapping the 8th small stitch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we overlap the small stitches with 8. Now we have to go up our chain. We're going to go inside each loop in here, and we're supposed to have 17 until the middle of the loop, 17 stitches. Okay, counting from now. 1, 2, 3, the one that we tied in the middle, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're going inside the little loops. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oops, no, we can't have 2 together. 13. I have to be careful. 14. 15. 16. 17. So we're supposed to have 17 counting from the one here. We do not count from the 8 we did. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 2 space, and again we're going to do 17 coming down until the end stitch there, and then 8 overlapping the small stitches. The same thing as we just finished doing, we're going to do it on this side. So you got to count 17 coming all the way to here. Same thing like we did here, and then overlap the 8 here. So this is what it's going to look like. We did the 8, we went up 17, 2 separation, 17 coming down, and the 8 more. Now we're going to repeat the 3 in here and going up 17. We're going to do that all the way around. I forgot to mention, when we do the 17, people, sorry about that, when we're going to do the 2 separation, we need to come in back into the same one we have here already. Okay, sorry about that. So we got to do 2 in the same place. Okay, so we do the 17th one, 2 separation, and 1 again on the same place. So we can have the right amount of 17, because I was missing like 1 and I couldn't understand why. And then I recalculated and understood why. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, everybody, so I pretty much started the blue. Nothing changes. It's all the same stitch like we did with the yellow orange one. So we're going to do stitch over stitch all the way around the white. So it's going to be 1 row of white and 1 of blue. Nothing changes. It's all the same thing. You just continue all the way around. And I'm just showing you because of the color change, or else I would have kept it as the same recording as the yellow, orange, like the one here, because it's the exact same thing. Nothing changes. Okay, so we're going to do the blue all the way around, and then we're going to change color to the mixed one. Okay, everyone, so we finished doing the blue, and like I said before, we were going to change color to the multicolor, and I've given it already a start. So it's the same stitch coming inside, 2 separation, and 2 more inside, and continue stitch over stitch. It's supposed to be 4 rows of these stitches. So this is the 3rd one. We have 1 more, and I'm going to do the last one in the royal blue. So I'm not going to record the royal blue. I'm going to record when we're going to finish the last stage to add them together. So after this row, there's 1 more, 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 1 more, and then you can cut your yarn, or you can continue to finish the ending that we're going to do. I'll see you at the 4th one. Okay, my friends, so we pretty much finished it, and what we do is this is all like this, right? After doing the 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, did my last one with blue. We're gonna turn it this way, and it's gonna stay turned like that. So through the middle. Now, to have them attached so they don't move out of place, I'm going to use the lime green just to give it a nice kickoff. You can start anywhere. And we're going to do small stitches all the way around. I'll start by up here. Inside of here, we're going to do 4 small stitch. 1, 2, actually 2, sorry, 2 small stitch. We're going to go into the next one. So we skip this one here, and we keep going through all of the other. We have to count 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we did 2 inside of the middle. We go directly into the second one here. That's in the middle. We're going to skip this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need to count 9 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we need to close our small stitch together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we continue. It's going to be repeatedly all the way around the same way. to lock in these little cupcakes, if you want to call them, little cup something. They look more like a flower to me. I don't know what you call that flower. So 1, 2, go into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Again, we grab the next one, we count 9 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th. Okay, so we're going to do repeatedly. I'll have the reveal shots at the end. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. It helps us grow the channel. And for the newcomers visiting, I hope you like it. And if you do, please subscribe, share, comment, like. It's very important to us. Any questions, please feel free to ask. And I thank you so much again. So I'll show you the reveal shots at the end. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.